we're gonna be talking about all of those skills or all of those assets that goes beyond music that a musician probably should have if he wants to have a career in music.
Would you use probably all they ought to have?
They ought to, more than likely, yes.
Yeah, so what would your first pick? First and foremost, did you ever see yourself doing YouTube?
I actually hadn't. Hadn't, is that correct?
Yeah,
It
you
is indeed.
never.
Yes, I no doing the YouTube thing was not amongst my list of visions for the future when I was a kid, but I think that's an integral part of how it goes nowadays.
The
basically.
core
Yes.
of the business is now run through YouTube.
Yeah,
Why do you think that happened?
it happened because the world changed quite a lot when it comes to how people are found. I'd say there's kind of that romanticized idea of the musician that goes on stage and is found by their audience and is
Yeah, it's discovered by that headhunter that will
Exactly.
turn them into Guns N' Roses.
yes.
Yeah.
Do you think that's still a possibility in today's world?
I think it stopped being a possibility in the early '90s. No, for real.
Yeah.
For real, I think last of those acts that actually happened to have the luck to be discovered were the grunge bands from Seattle. Guns N' Roses being another one of those, and from there onwards, I think most of them were either connected beforehand or simply products designed by a focus group. Being very honest, with the merit that they deserve. You pick your poison and you decide the amount of merit. I'm not going to tell you what do I think about him. I'm simply saying I'm giving my opinion and answer to that very question.
Yeah.
Because I consider that the whole thing of being discovered and the whole romanticization, as you put it, of talent, raw talent being enough for you to be discovered and become a successful musician was dead since decades ago. And it's not it's not due to the lack of talent. It's not something that should be taken personally. It's the facts. And reality is that this is named the music business for a reason. There has to be some form of business or some form of entrepreneurship involved in any musical act. Since the beginning it has to be like that. And I think that's been one of the problems of many musicians in this era.
Yeah, agreed. The whole thing with business is that it's not only about the music, because this that we're talking about here is actually something that pertains every single area of expertise. You need to be able to market your services, your products, or whatever it is.
Everything.
You need to get it to the client, to the customer, regardless of how good what you have to offer is.
That's
if you,
up for the client to decide.
Yeah, no, but if you can get it to the client, or the client won't be able to find it or get to know about it, what's the point of having the best product?
Exactly. That's what is known in the marketing lingo as a lead. And you are looking for those. You
Yeah.
need people who would likely, chances are that they might like what you have to offer to see you, to discover you. If you're not found, they will never have the chance to decide if they want to spend money on you or not. And the one who loses is you, not them.
Yeah.
So this is what brings us into the whole point of this conversation. What kind of skills do you think a musician have to have in this very moment, 2025, the year of the Lord?
Look, we already mentioned it passingly, but I think it does deserve quite a lot of emphasis. Sales.
Yes, marketing.
Yeah, I think marketing is broad, and marketing is something.
Yeah, okay, go.
No, I think marketing is definitely one of the skills that any person should have. Really, it's not.
Yeah,
only
it's not
musicians.
for musicians.
But I think going a little bit nicher, because I think marketing is wider in scope.
Yeah.
I think sales is something that every person as well, once again, should be able to at least know their way around making a sale.
Yes.
Because making a sale is not necessarily, okay, here's the product and give
Buy
me the
it.
money.
Yeah.
No, a sale is basically, you can sell an idea, you can sell a service, you can sell a product.
Yes.
But the idea is that you will
You
be
can sell
able
your
to.
body.
Huh? You can sell your body.
Like Roxanne. To the night. Okay.
No, but look, the idea of having the sale skill is basically being able to make someone think that it's a good idea to buy, and buy doesn't necessarily need to be a purchase.
No.
What you're offering.
It's invest.
Yes.
Because this is the way I see money, and I hope it makes sense for any of you. Money, how do you acquire money? What is it money? Is a token that represents your capability for producing are good, or the time you could spend producing something of value. That value is based on what you have to offer and how much it's being, or the perceived value by the ones who might be interested on investing on whatever you have to offer, right? Since money represents time and the life and blood of any individual, you have to first understand that what you're asking for is not money, is their life and blood, is their time, is their effort, is the sweat that they have to sweat out of their forehead while working. What makes you believe that you deserve their money? That's the first thing that has to be in your head. Being humble enough to understand that I'm asking for way too much. It's not money. Money is the token. You're asking for the deep connection that money has with us. So, understanding that principle, learning what you're saying, which is the inners of human interaction, and actually making a proposition, because that's what you do when you're selling stuff. You're making a case for what you have to offer, and that case has to be solid enough for somebody to consider investing on it. And mark my words, see how much emphasis I'm putting on the word investing. They're not buying. They are putting something in exchange of something else. And they are investing on you, because if you do something good, they would be likely to spend money on you in the hopes of you producing the next one. That's why they are investing in you. What do you think?
I agree 100%. And the thing is that this can take many forms. That's why this is, I would consider sales a fundamental skill. Because it's not something niche that only the sales professionals need to know.
No.
It's something that, let's say you're fresh out of school, and you beginning to
realize
develop some interests that weren't there before. And now you want to make your move, right? How do you make your move? You're trying to convince the girl. If you didn't get the obvious analogy.
He was talking about the old in and out.
That you are worth her time, her investment. And of course, this is just one example. That's something that everybody can relate.
It's a good example.
But it comes from way before that as well. Because if you want to, let's say, you want to go out to meet your friends before you have even further interests.
Do you have friends?
Well, to have friends.
Let's start from there. Do you even have friends? Because if you don't, you have nobody who would like to invest time on you.
Exactly. So again, I don't think this is something niche. I don't think this is something that is for the music profession. No, I think this goes way beyond that. Way beyond that. It's quite fundamental for human interaction.
I agree.
Now bringing it more to the musical industry, the musical career setting. How do you think the ability of sales is manifested in this context?
It's clearly not manifested. I think the vast majority of people who are into music and aspiring, I'm not going to even say pursuing, aspiring to pursue a career in music, have no clue of what we're discussing right now. And I'm not considering myself a guru in this area, okay? But I've been around, and I ran several businesses. A good chunk of them have failed, as everybody should expect when venturing into becoming a capitalist. It's normal. You have to fail to learn. And I don't have to explain to you the latest. But it's been awesome. I'm going to put it that way. But it is thanks to those experiences that you make sure that you don't fall from this for the same mistakes later on. And if you analyze this from the perspective of music, the first mistake that most of us happen to fall for is thinking that we are producing something that is unique. We think that we are producing music that will immediately resonate with the audience. If only they hear it, that's the only thing we need. That's the first problem.
Tiny detail.
What do you think?
Look, I think that there's a very core point to this issue that we're talking about, is not paying enough attention on how whatever it is that you have to offer, now talking music, is going to reach its intended audience. That's more than, I'd say, that's not even half of the equation. That's like 80% of the equation. Because you can actually become successful with a subpar product if you manage to get it around. Way more successful than you would be having the best product in the world. You can be the Mozart of our generation. If nobody hears you,
there's no point.